Friends, how are you guys doing today? I hope everybody's having a great day. I know I am because I get to talk to you guys about movies for just a little bit. Man, before we get started, guys, y'all hit that like and subscribe button so you can get notifications when I post things. And guys, thanks for stopping in. I know you guys are busy. You guys take time out of your day to hang out with me and let me talk to you about movies for a little bit, so I appreciate it. I really do. And today we're going to be talking about a movie from 1974. It's a cult classic, directed by Mr. Bob Clark, Black Christmas. All right, guys, so I've seen this. This makes the second time that I've seen this. The first time, I guess I was kind of just watching it in a, passing fashion. It was on, but I wasn't really paying attention like I probably should have been. So I thought it was just kind of I was like, I don't see what the big deal is, because this is, people regard this as like a cult classic, a horror masterpiece kind of thing. And so, it has great reviews. Everybody, loves it. And it's basically about, this pervert or this killer starts calling this sorority house on the phone and like making obscene calls, talking about some pretty, raunchy and disturbing stuff. And then, they start getting picked off one by one. And it reminded me very much of like something like Scream, or even, only 10 years after that, Silent Night, Deadly Night. It reminded me of that. But at the time when I watched it the first time, I didn't pay attention to those references. I didn't pay attention. I didn't connect or dot, the dotted lines. But what I did do this time was I sat down with it and I really watched it. I really paid attention to it. And guys, I can see where it inspired so many films, of the genre. I can see that. I can see how it inspired Scream. I can see how it would have inspired Silent Night, Deadly Night. I can see, it even inspired things like Santa Slay with Bill Goldberg. It's a classic film, and I can see how it's a classic film because the cinematography, the kills, everything sets it up very nicely. It's very shocking in parts, but to me, it just didn't resonate. It's like 13 years before I was born. It was a long, I watched it, and I'm really watching it. And the acting in it is decent, For a horror movie, it's particularly good. The premise of the film is good. I enjoy it as well, that the whole, killer stalking the sorority girls. There's some weird things kind of happening, in and around the house, that kind of thing. We get John Saxon. He's, playing a cop before he plays Nancy's dad 10 years later in Nightmare on Elm Street. So we've got some talent here. And I think John Saxon's probably the best actor in the whole film. But what's her name? Olivia Hussey? I can't remember her name. But our main character, she's really good actress, I think, for a horror film back then. Nothing was over the top or nothing felt abstract with her. Everything was very purposeful. And I dug that. I thought that was good. But it just, again, it didn't resonate with me like it did with some people, or like it does with some people. I can see like I said, the influences on other films, and I can appreciate the artistry of the makeup effects and stuff like that. But it's just something about the film just didn't grab a hold of me, even though I'm watching it. It felt very like the spacing of things, the timing was, the pacing, if you will, was all over the place for me. Some moments I'm like really, really into it, and then other moments it feels like it just kind of drags forever. But it, still, for what it was a good film. Those were the only issues I had, was that I didn't feel as engaged as I probably should have. And then, the first time I watched it again was very in a passing fashion, and even though this time I really paid attention, I felt like I never really got engaged with the film. It just didn't draw me in like it should have. And I don't know if that's on me, if that's on the age of the film. I don't know what it's about, and I'll try it again next year. I'll watch it again and see if it resonates at all. What I am interested to see are the remakes. I hear there's like 2 of them. There's one from like the early 2000s, and then there's one, I think somebody told me there was one from like 2019 or something. I'm interested to see those remakes because I feel like maybe the modern remake could possibly resonate better because it's kind of around the time that I was a young adult. And so maybe I could appreciate that, but I hear a lot of people telling me that that's garbage and I shouldn't waste my time on it, that the classic is the best version. And of course it is, because it's the classic. But I still want to see those other versions just to see if I get something out of them. You know what I mean? So maybe I'll give those a try next year. But as of right now, I'm going to give the Silent Night 1 thumb down because I just didn't care for it, guys. Sorry. I mean, I may catch some flack over that, but it didn't hook me, guys. Sorry. And sorry it didn't. But that's it for Silent Night, guys. I appreciate you hanging out with me and talking with me about it for just a little bit. I'm sorry I didn't have more to go on there. It just wasn't my thing. So, but I do appreciate you stopping in. Before you go, hit that like and subscribe button so you can get notified when I post new and interesting conversation pieces and movie reviews. So anyway, guys, thank you so much once again. Peace out. God bless you, and I will see you soon.